Alright, so I got a question from a guy named Nick, cool guy, who wants to know how to play Debonaire by Dope. So this is funny because this is a song that I first heard when I was like 10. I got the Scream 3 soundtrack, and that was one of the songs that was on it, which is kind of weird and random. And I'm pretty sure the singer from Creed produced the CD, which is very strange. But anyway, I was listening to this song again, the first time I've heard it in like a long time, and it's funny because you were saying to me that it was hard for you to figure out how to learn it. You weren't sure, and you don't know how to read tabs and stuff, and you couldn't find any videos and all that. And it's funny because I was listening to it, and I have a pretty good ear. I'm pretty good at learning stuff, and even I had a hard time kind of figure out what he was doing. And I think part of it was because he's just using so much distortion on his guitar that it's hard to even hear the notes he's playing because it's not very clear. So the very first thing that I want to say is that it's in a weird kind of tuning, which also might contribute to the fact that it's kind of hard to learn. So it's in drop C sharp. So basically that's not a standard tuning. So I'll give you a rundown of all the strings and the tuning that they'll have to be in. If you have like a tuner on you, that'd be great, or you can just use tuner on the internet. There's a lot of tuning websites. Or buy one. They're pretty cheap, probably like $10 or something. Like this one was like $10. The very first string is going to be D sharp. It's going to sound like that. The second string is going to be A sharp. Third string is going to be F sharp. Fourth string is C sharp. Fifth string G sharp, and then the sixth string is in C sharp, so drop C sharp. Just so you know, I have a 7th string, and so just disregard the 7th string, pretend it's not even there. I just like a 7th string. But yeah, we're just going to be using the 6th, 5th, and 4th string for the entire intro of the song. The very first riff, it's a lot of palm muting. You'll be palm muting for the entire time. And I don't know if you're totally familiar with that or not, because I know you're just kind of starting out. But I mean, a very simplistic way of saying it is you're literally kind of muting the strings with your palm. So your palm is going to be resting very lightly, like just above the bridge, just so the strings don't ring out as much as they would. So it kind of deadens the sound a little bit. And you can look up tutorials, or I can make another video on palm muting if you want, but it'll sound like this, as opposed to like so. So for the very beginning, you're going to be hitting the 2nd fret on the 6th, 5th, and 4th string. And it's going to go like this. And then right after that, you're going to hit the open strings on those same strings. So it'll be like this. And then back to 2, 2, 2. So basically, I'll play it slowly, so it's a little easier to hear. And then you're going to repeat that basically, I think, 4 times. Alright, so right after that, it goes into another riff. And this is another riff that just repeats over and over, and it's pretty simple. So, again, just to reiterate, this is in a drop tuning, and so you're not going to play these chords like you would regularly play chords. So you're going to be playing each chord with one finger. And so, for example, that first chord I was doing, the 2, 2, 2, I was playing the entire thing just with my index finger. If you're not familiar with the drop tuning stuff. Alright, and then when I did the open thing, it just means that each string was played without hitting any frets or anything. That's what open means. Alright, so the second riff in the intro is going to start with the open strings on the 6th, 5th, and 4th string, because those are the strings we're using this entire time. So open and then 6. So that'll sound like this. Alright. And then after that, 3rd fret and then open, which will sound like this. So all those things combined would sound like this. So after that, he's kind of hits the strings and he like deadens them with his fingers, so you're not actually pressing down on any frets. You're just going like that, which would go like this. Okay. So after that, open strings again, and then after that, open 3, 5. So, and then after that, open 3, 6. And I believe the last thing is just another open. So the entire thing for the second riff would sound like this. And then you just repeat it, I think 4 times. So that whole thing would sound like this. So that's how to play Debonaire by Dope, and I hope this helped you, and let me know if you need any more clarification or anything like that. Alright man, thanks again. I'll see you.